Welcome back to Streamline Investigations. It's Marvin speaking. We're just going to get straight into a video by Russel Brand, who's been charged with grape and sexual assault by police in the UK. And there's also pending investigations going on in the States as well. Russel Brand has been charged with grape, indecent assault and sexual assault between 1999 and 2005. The charges relate to 4 separate women. Brand has been interviewed multiple times by police since an investigation by the Sunday Times. The Times and Channel 4 dispatches in September 2002 revealed a multiple serious allegation against him in a new video posted on X this afternoon. Brand said that I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. He added, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court. I'm incredibly grateful for that. In a short statement, the Metropolitan Police said it had written to Brand to inform him that he was being charged with one allegation of grape, on allegations of indecent assault, one of oral grape, and 2 further counts of sexual assault. The force said it alleged that in 1999 a woman was raped in Bournemouth area. In 2001 a woman was indecently assaulted in Westminster area of London. In 2004 a woman was raped and sexually assaulted in the Westminster area of London. Between 2004 and 2005 the woman was sexually assaulted in Westminster area of London. Brand has been told to appear at Westminster Magistrate Court on the 2nd of May, but is believed to be in the United States. In these situations where a suspect may have overseas prosecutors seek to agree the defendant's return, if there is no cooperation from the suspect authorities, then consider seeking extradition. In February, a civil case for personal injury and sexual abuse was lodged against Brand and the High Court in London by anonymous woman referred in court of documents as AGX. Interesting. So, like I said, 4 basically different charges on 4 different women. It does make you think what the hell's going on, and it doesn't look good for Russel Brand, if you ask me. We know he was a bit of a sort of playboy party animal back in the day, the early 2000s, and I think it's coming back to bite him. Let me know what you think, people.
Hello. Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon to be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations that will not accept and tolerate levels of corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer? Now, that's just sort of general context. Me, I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, with just about a shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. I want to thank all of you for your continuing support. I want to let you know that our show will be on Rumble on Monday. Thanks for your support there. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free. And we will be continuing to discuss this matter. Praise the Lord.
Seems very confident. I'll give him that. Very, very confident. Yes, we know that they're people who are just out there for money and putting his name out there for coin. But like I said, why would there be so many charges? That is alarm bells ringing for me. But we're not going to know until it goes to court, to be honest with you. None of us are safe from injustice anymore. Trust is gone in the powers that was supposed to serve and protect us all. Russel, stay strong and respect to you. Take care, God bless, and keep you safe. Prayers for you and your wife and children. It's got a lot of support. The whole system is corrupt, and so is Starmer. World's gone crazy. All these women need to be brought to justice. Standing are the current grape gangs not being prosecuted as top priority. I wholeheartedly believe he didn't do what he's been accused of. Russell speaks the truth, so they are trying to do what they've done to Tommy Robinson, trying to silence him. We stand by you, Russell. From the Columbia, I support you, bro. God bless the truth. I'm sorry you are going through this. Stand strong and know that God got this. Sending love, thoughts and prayers to you and your family. We stand with you, Russell. God bless. He's got a lot of support, so he sounds very confident. I'll give him that. But like I said, I think the jury's out on this one. You know, 1 charge, 2 charge, you could say maybe. And you've got to look at, someone mentioned in another video that I was watching that, some of these charges were 20 years ago. But like I said, sometimes people they're afraid to come forward because this man is very, very powerful. He's a star. But we have to see what's round the corner. The case is going to be very interesting, I think. And he's has to be back in May to show up in court, but he's living in America, so it's going to be interesting to see whether he comes back or not. I think he will, because like I said, he seems pretty confident that he's innocent, but we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, he's been charged by the police, but like I said, it's not a criminal record yet, as it's not gone through the court. Let me know what you think on Russell Brand. I do think, in some ways, I liked Russell Brand before, but all these little bits and bobs coming up, it does make you wonder. Sometimes people abuse their stardom a hell of a lot, I think. We've seen it with P. Diddy, R. Kelly, and many others as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much indeed.